Right, guys, welcome to this next live stream between the Western Province and the Griquas. It should be an intriguing Currie Cup clash. Let's quickly go through the Western Province lineup real quickly. We've got Sergio Peterson, Sinatla, Rikus Pretorius, Dan Duplessis, Edwin van der Merwe, Tim Swiel, and Gotland Masimla in the backline for the Western Province today. Then in the forwards, we've got Evan Roos, Johan de Tooy, Namakaba, David Mayhuizen, Ernst van Rijn, Sassi Sandi, Kotze, and Vermaak forming the forwards for this Western Province side today. Should be quite a good game here. We know Western Province at home, Griquas not as hard to beat as when they are in Griquas home ground as well. Let's quickly have a look at the Western Province side for today. We've got Ashland Davids, Daniel Kassendi, JC Nell, Jonathan Frank, Edwin Keiter, George Whitehead, and Stefan Unrega. Then the forwards for them, Ruan Steenkamp, Handre Sergel, Gideon van der Merwe, Cameron Lindsay, Nzwale Sito, Janu Botha, Hanko Ace, and Max Mxoli in the forwards. So leave in the comment section who you guys think is going to win this game. I will be putting up a poll just shortly. Let me just get that going real quickly for you guys. So let's get a poll up here asking who's going to win. Who is going to win this game? Province or Griquas? Province or Griquas? A little bit unprepared for this one, guys. Wasn't planning on doing this, but I decided to do it anyway. So there's the poll, guys. Go and vote in the poll. Who do you guys think is going to win this game between Province and the Griquas today? All right, the teams are about to run onto the field. So let's quickly go through the bench of the Western Province. We've got Reinhard Venter, Leon Lyons, Lee Marvin, Mazi Buku, JD Schikkeling, Neil Otto, Marcel Tennyson, Paul de Wet, and Abner van Reenen on the bench for the Western Province today. Then for the Griquas, we've got H.E. Lees, Andre Beerwinkel, Andri Skitter, Jean-Andre Leonard, Sibalo Nkoma, Regan Oranje, Tinus de Beer, and Edric Arendse for the Griquas. So let me know in the comment section, guys, who you think is going to win this game. We have 4 votes saying that Province will win it. So plenty of support for the Western Province today. But we know Griquas are one of those sides that can cause an upset when they're on the road as well. So on the lighter side, guys, I don't know if you can see in the background, I've got my Rugby Guru poster up. Arrived a couple of days ago, and I completely forgot to put it up for the earlier game today. So yeah, Rodrigo says Weiser empate. I don't understand what it means, Rodrigo. Then Barry Green, South Africa versus Georgia on Friday is cancelled. So we expected that to happen at some stage. It is a pity because we were looking forward to that game against Georgia. We'll probably now have to do with that one game preparation. So yeah, it's a tough one. The game against the Bulls and the British and Irish Lions have also been cancelled. So yeah, it's a pity, but it's one of those things that we'll have to work around. So yeah, not too much I can say on that, guys. So who do you guys think is going to win this game today? Leave your vote in the poll as well. 5 votes casted so far. Province 100% to the 0. I think the Western Province is going to take this game by at least 15 points plus. Leave me in the comment section by how many points you guys think Western Province will win this game today. Barry asking, wonder how 12 players at the Springboks got COVID. So I think the main culprit there might have been Lode Jager, if I'm not wrong. I think he's the first player that contracted it, and basically because they were in close contact with him, the rest of the players also got it. So yeah, bit unfortunate, but it's one of those things. So looking at the last 3 results of the Griquas, lost to the Pumas, lost to the Sharks, and then 1 against the, no, who was that? Against the Cheetahs, yeah. They managed to get away with a victory as well there. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're just awaiting this game to start, guys. Like I say, 15 points plus. I think the Western Province are going to beat the Griquas today. They are at home, so it should be a good victory for the Western Province today. Strong side that they picked, like I showed you guys earlier. We've had 7 votes now saying Province all the way. So definitely a lot of Western Province supporters. Barry asking, is Sharks game this evening on track? Yes, it is. Barry, we will be doing that game. Let me just quickly have a look. I haven't checked the rugby news for today. So let's quickly have a look at that and whether the game will still be taking place. Ooh, wait, this is not looking good. British and Irish Lions fixture now in doubt as tourists reveal positive COVID-19 case. So tonight's clash between the British and Irish Lions has been pushed back by an hour from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock as the tourists awaits the result of one of the testings. Oh, damn it. Right, 2 players and 2 further members of staff are now in isolation in the hotel. So, yeah, this game has now been moved to 8 o'clock. So it's good that I went and read the news. The Springbok game were forced to cancel. The test against Georgia as well. So the game between the British and Irish Lions and the Bulls have also been postponed following positive tests in the Bull camp. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to find out in a bit, Barry. So this is not looking too good at the moment for that game as well, which is going to be a massive pity if that game gets cancelled on the last second. So let me adjust that as well, guys. So the game between the Sharks and the British and Irish Lions have now moved to 8 o'clock tonight, which tells me that this could potentially be cancelled as well. Because as you guys know, we do have a curfew of 9 p.m., I think it is. So we could end up missing out on that game as well tonight. That will be a massive pity if that game has to be cancelled or postponed. So fingers crossed that it won't be the case today. We've got 10 votes saying Province 100%, the Griquas 0. Let me know in the comments section. Yeah, it definitely has. I'm not going to show that comment, Barry, because I don't know what the YouTube policies are, but I'm 100% with you on that one. It's really bad that stuff like this is happening so close to the start of the game, as we were really looking forward to watching that game as well. So yeah, just waiting on this. The Western Province Griquas game was supposed to already start as well. So I don't know what the holdup is for that one as well. Not exactly sure. So we're just waiting to see what is going to happen here. Interesting to know that the game between the Sharks and the British and Irish Lions are now in jeopardy as well, guys. So I'll keep you guys up to date throughout this stream as well. We already know that the Springbok second test against Georgia got cancelled, and the Bulls versus British and Irish Lions game has also been postponed. So we're not sure what is going on at the moment, but it's not looking good at the moment. 12 votes currently saying Province 100% for the win today. So nobody's confident at all about the Griquas' chances today. The referee for today, Amy Barrett-Tron, is the referee for today's game. So she will take charge of this game between the Western Province and the Griquas. Then the TMO is Jatsweni. I haven't seen him play haven't seen him in action too much before. So he's a little bit of an unknown factor to me at the moment. But regardless, guys, we are going to have the Griquas versus Western Province game. So hopefully this is going to be a good one. Barry said before games was going to go through, but not so much. Got it away in a matter of a second, which is true. Like I said, we'll probably know by the end of this game whether the Sharks and the Lions game will continue tonight. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted and up to date on whether that game will be taking place today or not. It's already been moved to 8 o'clock tonight, guys. So we are going to start our stream at around about 20 to 8 when the Sharks will be playing against the Lions in Johannesburg. So they're not playing Durban as well. They are playing in Johannesburg. So we'll have some more news on that a little bit later on. Quickly going through the Storm Western Province side again. Sergio Peterson, Sabella Sinatla, Rikus Pretorius, Dan Duplessis, Edward van der Merwe, Tim Swiel, and Godlin Masimla in the backline. Who are you guys' favorite player in the backline, and who do you think is going to score the first backline try for the Western Province today? Let me know in the comment section. Then in the forwards, we got Ian van Roos, Johan de Tooy, Namakaba, David Mayhuizen, Ernst van Rijn, Sandy, Kotze, and Van Mark. And also let me know who you think is going to probably score in the forwards for the Western Province today. Looking forward to seeing Ian van Roos, Johan de Tooy, and Namakaba in a loose trio with David Mayhuizen and Ernst van Rijn in the lock combination. Then for the Griquas today, Ashton Davids, Kassendi, JC Nell, Frankie, Edwin Keita, George Whitehead, and Stefan Unringer at scrum half, with the forwards Ruan Steenkamp, Handru Sergel, Gideon van der Merwe, Cameron Lindsay, Nzwanele Sito, Hanu Botha, Hanko Ace, and Mox Muxoli. On the bench for the Western Province, Reinhard Venter, Leland Lyons, Lee Marvin Masibuku, JD Schikkeling, Neil Otto, Marcel Tennyson, Paul de Wet, and Abner van Reenen. Then on the bench for the Griquas, H. Elise, Andre Pierwinkel, Andre Skutte, Jean-Ray Leonard, Sibalo Ngoma, Regan Oranje, Tinus de Beer, and Edris Arends for the Griquas. So the players are about to come onto the field, as it is the Griquas who takes the field first here today at the Cape Town Stadium. Let me know in the comment section, guys, who you think is going to score the first try of this game, whether it will be the Griquas or the Western Province, and who do you think is going to get that try. Barry asking, do rugby players get rapid testing for COVID? That's a good question. I don't know, Barry. I don't know how exactly that one works. And the Kiwi lads has joined in as well. How's it going, Hamish? I hope you're well. I don't know if you just heard that the game between South Africa and Georgia has been cancelled. And then also the Bulls versus the Lions have been postponed, as well as the Sharks game has now been moved to, been moved on with 1 more hour. So, yeah, there is pretty much a doubt whether that game will be taking place today. We'll probably know by the end of this stream whether that game will be going on or not. Right, so, yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Hamish. No concerns from my side. Just been hectic. I had to, my PC backed up again last night. I think it was earlier last night. So I had to quickly get it up and running again. So I have to download all the stuff again because of that. So yeah, maybe it could have gone a little bit better. Just to remind you guys, Amy Barrett-Tron is in charge of this game, as well as Jadasweni will be the TMO for this one. So we're about to get the kickoff underway. So at least one game that is going to continue today, and that is the Griquas versus the Western Province today. The Kiwi lads, so what time will the Sharks be kicking off if it goes ahead? It will be an hour later, 8 o'clock South African time. Smitty Toilet is joining as well, saying the Q lads. 8 p.m. is the kickoff again, Hamish. So, and then Smitty, who was the other fella? Not sure. Right, so we're about to get this one underway. It is going to be George Whitehead to get this game underway for us, and here we go. Right, a deep kick in here from the Griquas, collected here by Ian van Roos, just inside his zone 22. Godlin Masimla waiting for that ball. Now it comes out to Namakaba, who's going to have a crack early on in this game. Masimla waiting for this ball to come out now, but on their own trial, and now Tim Sweel gets it away, and he's going to find touch on around the 10-meter line inside their own half. So an early chance now for the Griquas to go on the attack here. Charguru says, Smitty, how's it, man? Right, so line out to the Griquas on a 10-meter line inside Western Province half, and it is going to be the hooker, Hunker Ace to throw this first ball in. He is going to find at the back Ruan Steenkamp, but sloppy from the Griquas, driven back in the tackle up to halfway, about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline on halfway. Here they come. Unruga, out it goes to the big forwards who's taking this up. Over halfway they go now. Unruga just controlling at the back of the ruck here, and he's going to line it up through the forwards. It is Lindsay who takes it up for the Griquas, just over halfway. Still about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline now. Unruga is going to go with a box kick over the top, and he's going to be chased down now here by Kasandi. Oh, and a bad tackle on Edward van der Merwe here, and it's a straight penalty. And let's see if there's going to come anything else from this. Right. Barry Green says, so it's going to be a draw since SA and Georgia game cancelled. Will they share the points if there is any? No, there won't be any points shared, as it's not part of a competition, Barry. So the game has just got cancelled, and that's where it ends. Right, so penalty against the Griquas there. Dangerous tackle in the air on Edward van der Merwe, and the Western Province have kicked into touch roundabout on a 10-meter line inside Griquas half. It is, a little knock-on from Godlin Masimla from the line out, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Griquas roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Griquas half. So a good opportunity gone a begging there for the Western Province through Godlin Masimla there. Smitty said the brother looked drained in the stream. I hope it wasn't me, because I was quite fresh. It was still early on in the morning. Barry said, I think they should make it a draw, to be fair. And then Smitty Toilet says, get rid of the virus. The Lions tour isn't looking good. It's not looking good at all for the Lions tour going forward in this competition. That begs to come to the point where you have to ask yourself whether this tour should have been taking place in the first well, I'm lost for words here. It should have been taking place in the first come on. Anyway, you know exactly what I'm trying to say. I personally felt that it shouldn't have taken place this year. It should have been moved to next year. So yeah, it's just basically what we expected to happen is happening at the moment. No crowds in the first place, and now games are getting cancelled left and right as well. So the first scrum goes down. We are going to have a reset scrum after 4 minutes of play in this game. Smitty Toilet says, I was going to say that. Should have postponed it. Absolutely. It should have maybe taken place next year or so, but definitely it should not have continued this year. Because, I mean, what is a British and Irish Lions without crowd attendance anyway? So, yeah, it's a pity that it's coming down to this now because, yeah, I would have loved to have been there. So I'm not saying that I'm hoping that it gets postponed or anything, but I would have loved to have been there. Free kick to the Griquas now, and second scrum goes down, and it is a free kick to the Griquas, and let's see what George Whitehead is going to do with this one. Well, it's not a penalty, it's only a free kick, so he's going to go to the air and funds it downfield, but nobody's really chasing this one into the hands of Sergio Peterson inside his own 22, and an opportunity to clear this ball. Right, the kick downfield is going to find touch on half, roundabout on halfway. Quickly thrown in by the Griquas, and here they come. An opportunity for them goes to the air, and it is chased down here by Keita, but it's beautifully taken there by Sabella Sanatla. So there's a little bit of a clash of jerseys here today. Both teams' jerseys look pretty much the same. Van der Roos taking that ball up for the Western Province now. Masimla on their own 10-meter line. It is into the hands of Sunday. Driven back in the tackle by the Griquas, but a penalty offside against the tight head prop there. So chance for the Western Province to get this into touch and get onto an attacking opportunity. Right, Smitty says 2 of the commentators in the same stream. Don't know who that other fellow was in the last stream. Okay. Jump onto the stream looking stoned, says Smitty. Then the Kiwi lad says, nice background as well, Guru. Thank you so much. It is actually a poster, guys. So it arrived the other day. Didn't pay too much for it. I think it was around 110 rand. So that's roughly £5. So pretty chuffed with it. And it looks pretty nice. Maybe the start of the Merc getting underway. But I will keep you guys up to date with the happenings real soon. So another penalty now taken by the Western Province. And they've gone on a maul here from the line out. And they're going forward at a great pace here. They could be going all the way 2 meters out from the try line now. And here they go. Try time to the Western Province. And let's see who stands up with that ball. It is the hooker who got up with it. And that is JJ Kotze, the new guy for the Western Province, who gets down the try for the Western Province. A maul from the 22-meter line, went at pace and just went over for a brilliant try. So the Western Province take the lead after about 7 minutes of play in this game. Great start for the Western Province. Right, guys, for those of you who don't know, that the Sharks and the Lions game are in jeopardy as well after one of the British and Irish Lions tested positive as well. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see whether that game is going to still take place later tonight. It has been moved for now to 8 o'clock tonight. Big Pompey's asking, you should print some rugby T-shirts as well. I will look at it. At the moment, I'm currently busy with something. So there is something that I ordered, Rugby Guru related. So we'll probably, hopefully see it by the weekend, hopefully. I will do some advertising on the channel as well and on my Facebook page as well. So, yeah, watch the space. So the try by the Western Province through JJ Kotze. And, yeah, it's 8 minutes into the game. And the Western Province lead by 7 points to 0. George Whitehead with the restart here. Into the hands of Van der Roos. Here we go. Oh, big driving tackle here on him. Driven back in the tackle. That was a brilliant tackle by the hooker of the Griquas. But now it comes back to Tim Swill, and he's going to kick this downfield. Not going to find touch. And into the hands of Ashland Davids, who runs and still going as Ashland Davids. Almost up to the 22-meter line. He goes. Unraga. Out it goes to George Whitehead. They've lost ground again now. Here they come on the attack. Unraga back to the big forwards. Driving their way up. Bit short of the 22 now. Unraga. Out it goes to Whitehead again now. Keita. Keita making a couple of meters before he gets brought down. Is he held up in a tackle though? Van der Roos might have stolen this for the Western Province. Yes, he has. And the ball comes back to the Western Province on the 22, but a penalty against the Western Province there. So an opportunity now for the Griquas to kick this into the corner as well. Right, just going through the comments section. Smitty Toilet says, need a new rugby game. Rugby chance 4 starting to lag. My opposition kick the ball into touch. Send us to the end of the field for a scrum. And then Barry, think of the bright side, Currie. If games don't go through, just more relaxing for you. Yeah, it is true, but it's a big rugby weekend, Barry. So, yeah, I'm potentially losing out on a few bucks here on a weekend. But, yeah, it's one of those things. Smitty, the Kiwi lads waiting for the merchandise. Guru lads and Kiwi lads selling quickly. We could look into that, but it's going to be difficult to do it, especially because he's in New Zealand and I'm in South Africa. So 5-meter line out here to the Griquas now. 10 minutes gone in this game. And a chance now for them to go on the attack here. 5 meters out from the Western Province try line. It goes to the back and it's taken beautifully there by Lindsay. About 10 meters out is the Griquas now with an opportunity. Unruga, out it goes to George Whitehead with a little chip kick over the top. Chased by Ashland Davids, and he's got the try for the Griquas under the posts. Not good defending from the Western Province there. And Griquas gets their first try of the game as well. Ashland Davids, the try scorer today. Caught the Western Province napping there. And George Whitehead's little chip kick over the top. Not collected by Sergio Peterson. Davids gets it, and he gets the try under the post. Barry says, I got an idea. Why dim? Let me know your idea, Barry. So the conversion goes over. So it's 7-all here in Cape Town. The Western Province 7, the Griquas 7. Tries by JJ Kotzer, and then also a try by Ashland Davids. Kiwi Lad says, could this be a close one as well? Well, we know Griquas will not go down without a fight, so definitely should be an interesting one. But I do feel that the Western Province will win this with around 15 points plus. So here we go again. Tim Swill with the restart. Nice high-hanging kick collected there by Gideon van der Merwe for the Griquas. Just outside their own 22 here. Unruga waiting for that ball to come out. He's going to work it up through the forwards again. Lindsay takes it up. Driven back in the tackle, though, there to inside his own 22. And now Unruga just waiting on that ball to come out for them. He's going to go with the box kick himself here. Chased down by Kassendi. And Sergio Peterson's got this on his 10-meter line. Gives it out to Van Roos. Over halfway he goes. Brought down quickly there. And now it looks like it might be ripped by the Griquas. They've got this. And the Griquas now have possession here. Or no, do they? Yes, they do. So Unruga gets it out to George. No, out it goes to JC Nell. Puts it to the bird, trying to find space in behind. But Tim Swill's got it covered. And he's going to kick it from inside his own 22. And he's not going to find touch. Into the hands of Ashland Davids again. Puts it to the boot, and he's going to chase his own kick here as Ashland Davids. Into the hands of Tim Swill, offloads to Sinatla, back inside to Ngaba on the 10-meter line, inside their own half. Here they come again, Aaron van Ryn. Out it goes Tim Swill. Now it's Sergio Peterson. Out it goes to Rikus Pretorius. Rikus Pretorius on a run here, over halfway he goes. Brought down really quickly there by Edric Arendse for the Griquas. Now taken forward by Vermaak. Vermaak held up in the tackle there. Now he's been brought down just over halfway, Masimla now. Out it goes to Aaron van Ryn again for the Western Province, Masimla. Out it goes Tim Swill now, Dan du Plessis, Sergio Peterson, out to Edward van der Merwe. They're going backwards at the moment of the Western Province on halfway. Now Aaron van Ryn with a little drive through. He's got space, but the offload to Sinatla, not a good one. And it goes into touch, unfortunately, just over halfway. Right, Barry says, I got an idea, Currie. Why don't you even, if a game cancels, still put a live stream? We still give those like and support, and maybe still answer questions. Then it doesn't affect you. So the thing is, we can easily do something like that, but because a lot of people will know that the games are cancelled, they will probably not tune in for it. But I mean, we could have maybe a rugby chat or something maybe down the weekend. Like Smithy says, we still got the All Blacks game taking place tomorrow on Saturday between the All Blacks and Fiji. So, and then also Wales versus Argentina. So there's still a few games, but the big one we're missing out on are the Springboks one. So massive, let's see, a massive kick from the Western Province. Finding touch on the 5-meter line. Here we go. Griquas have got it, and now it's Kassendi who's got it on his own try line here for the Griquas. Trouble in paradise for the Griquas at the moment. On their own try line here, Unruga trying to get hold of this ball. Right over the top goes Unruga, and he's going to find touch round about 5 meters inside his 22. An attacking line out coming up for the Western Province now. Yeah, Smitty says Saturday the Springbok games got cancelled, but we've got the All Blacks, and then also Kiwi Lads plus the Rugby Guru equals 2 cents plus Gareth Mason, the tag team match. That could be an interesting one. Right, so Adams van Rijn takes it in for the Western Province inside of 22 of the Griquas. They're going to try and control this ball now. Here they come. Oh, another big driving ball from the Western Province. Could we see another try coming up here for them? Now it gets closed down, and Griquas has stolen that ball, but a penalty to the Western Province. So they'll perhaps just kick this into touch again and set up a 5-meter line out coming up. Smitty Toilet says, G-Man looks like a really cool dude. Yeah, he is a very nice guy. And basically, when I started my rugby YouTube channel, I looked up to that guy. He's the main runner here in South Africa when it comes to subscribers and content of rugby on YouTube. So, yeah, anybody who wants to go and support the G-Man, please go ahead and do so as well. The lineup now taken by the Western Province. The maul has unfortunately gone down, but it's another penalty advantage to them. Now Gotland is similar. Out it goes to Tim Swiel. Out wide, he goes to Sergio Peterson. Sergio Peterson puts it to the boots, and Atlas chasing after this, but collected by Ashland Davids. But we're coming back for yet another penalty to the Western Province, and they should set it up yet again. So some nice rugby here we're seeing from the Western Province. Some different variations and stuff from them. First going with the forwards, then the back line, and then putting a little kick in. So, yeah, let's see if the Western Province going for touch again and setting up the 5-meter line out. Why don't you put other games in place just to maybe compensate for not doing ones that were going to get cancelled? And curious, do you think the Sharks game will be cancelled? So because it's played at 8 o'clock, I get the strong feeling that it will be cancelled. Western Province going with another drive, and it's going to be another try to the Western Province as JJ Kotzer gets his second try of the game. So, yeah, Aiden, I'm not sure. We will probably know by the end of the stream whether that game between the Sharks and the Lions will continue. But for now, it is still on. It's been moved to 8 o'clock tonight. So hopefully it will still take place, because I mean, the game between the Bulls and the Lions have already been cancelled. We've got the Springbok game cancelled already. So, yeah, we don't want the Sharks and Lions game to be cancelled as well. So I'll keep you guys up to date with that as well. I will keep up to date with the news section as well, so that we don't miss out on any news regarding that game. So currently there's still no message left whether the game will continue or not. The moment it will continue at 8 o'clock. So far, so good for us. Right, so the conversion kick here from the Western Province hits the upright, so it's not gone over. So 12 points to 7 it stays. JJ Kotzer now with 2 tries under his belt for the Western Province. And then Ashland Davids got 1 for the Griquas. 12 points to 7. We've had 18 and a half minutes gone, and the Griquas on the back foot now. Right, George Whitehead to get this game underway. If it goes ahead, also, do you know which players got it from the Lions squad? I don't know, Aiden. It's not been revealed just yet. Mayhazen gets the kickoff for the Western Province into the hands of Evan Roos. He makes a couple of meters now to Masimla, Namakaba, Tim Swiel, out to Sergio Peterson. He puts it to the boot, and he's going to find touch for, it's been taken over the 22-meter line. So we're coming back for a line out to the Griquas roundabout on the 22-meter line. Aiden asking, who do you think will win if the game goes ahead? So the thing is, Aiden, looking back in the 2009 game between the Lions and the Sharks had a pretty decent outfit, and they still lost 32 points to 3, or 39 to 3. And not that I'm saying the Sharks side isn't as good, or maybe even better, but I do think it's going to be a tough one. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off, but we can keep it close as possible. The Griquas now with possession just over the 22-meter line inside Western Province half. Here they come. Big take here from them. The scrum off waiting for the ball. Unrika now out it goes to Whitehead. Oh, nearly intercepted by Masimla, and he might be in trouble now because he didn't go for it, or he didn't went for the ball. He went one-handed, so only a penalty against Masimla there, not warranting a yellow card. So deliberate knockdown from him. Griquas are going to have a shot at goal here just outside the 22, about 15 meters out from the left-hand touchline. We've had 21 minutes in this game. Western Province 12, Griquas 7, with a penalty to come to them. Right, so for those of you who have just joined in, the game between the Springboks and Georgia has been cancelled, as well as the Bulls versus Lions game has been postponed. And then the big news is that the Sharks game between the Lions have been moved to 8 o'clock tonight. So there is still question marks as to whether that game will be taking place or not. But from my side, what I think might happen is because it's an 8 o'clock kickoff and our knock-in time is around 9:10, so I doubt that that game will continue, but I'll keep you guys up to date as it happens. So the kick from George Whitehead has gone wide and not over, and the Western Province have kicked this downfield now into the hands of the big forwards of the Griquas up to the 10-meter line, given a lot of space to run here. Here they come again on the 10-meter line, right in the middle of the field. Another penalty advantage coming Griquas' way. Now Whitehead will stab through, but taken by the Western Province. We're coming back for the penalty on the 10-meter line, right in the middle of the field. So that should be an easier kick now for George Whitehead. And he signals for the post almost immediately. Smitty Doyle says, just watching the Sharks game would have ruined my schedule. Later, guys. Barry says they should have vaccinated the Springboks. I do believe that most of them, I don't know if they've all got it, but, you know, if you get vaccinated, it doesn't mean that you necessarily won't get it. It will just make it a lot less harder. Or, yeah, a lot less, more, how can I put it? My words are not coming out the right way today. But anyway, penalty to the Griquas here, 22 and a half minutes gone, and a chance to draw back to 2 points in this game. So what we thought was going to be an easy run-in for the Western Province today is becoming a really close encounter so far. Griquas, George Whitehead now with the attempt, should be a gimme for him, and this time he makes no mistakes. So 12 points to 10 it is after 23 minutes in this game. Currently, the voting system on 35 votes, Province 94% to the 6 of the Griquas, but it's just a 2-point game at the moment, guys. Yeah, increase the chance of surviving, says Barry. Yeah, something like that in that line, man. Right, so Tim Swill to get this game back underway for us. We've had 23 and a half minutes, and here we go again. 12 points to 10 it is. A deep kick in this time collected by the number 8 of the Griquas, taken in by Ruan Steenkamp. Inside his own 22 now, Unrego waiting for that ball to come out right in the middle of the field. Gives it out to Lindsay, just trying to set it up for the scrum half to get it out to the floor to kick it out. Or will he go on his own? Unrego waiting for this ball to come. Right, Unrego goes to the box kick over the top. It is chased down by Kassendi, but beautifully taken by Sergio Peterson. Now Evan Roos. Oh, Evan Roos hammered in a tackle by Sergio, but still going over halfway. But it's going to be a penalty against the Western Province there, not releasing when he got tackled. So he tried to go for another stint after he went already. Right, Barry asking, are you going to get your vaccine in July? So I probably will, but I don't know if it's going to be that early, Barry, as we'll probably have to wait and see. But I do want to get it. Barry says, never mind, ignore that comment. Zander asking, do you speak Afrikaans? Yes, I am actually Afrikaans speaking, Zander. That's my first, it's my home language, if you can put it that way. But I do prefer English as well because I do get to work with everybody I'm working with is English. So, yeah, the line out of the back of that line out has gone astray for The Western Province and the Griquas now have it. Unruga waiting for it to come out. Now it comes out to Jason Elvis, skip pass out wide, but it goes into touch. Keita not able to get it. So line out on the 10-meter line inside the Griquas or Western Province half. Can Western Province get a few more tries here before half time? Barry says, don't worry, you don't look 50 years old. I was thinking that in my head, Barry, for a second, because I know that the 50-year-olds are going to get the first vaccines. Then it's going to work down to 40s, and then it's probably going to be the 30s. So, yeah. Right, so here we go. It is kicked ahead by the Western Province. Now, Keita now got it under control there, and he's going to drive it up for the Griquas now. Right, taken in by the big forwards of the Griquas just inside their own half. Now, Unruga, out it goes to Whitehead, who goes for the up and, well, not the up and under, but he's going to kick it downfield into the hands of Sergio Peterson now on the 10-meter line. And we are going to come back for a penalty against the Western Province. Sander now asking, can I donate 1,400 in the chat? Then EFT, then I must EFT 1,000 Rand to his account. So, Zander, the thing works like this. So, YouTube will be taking about 50% of the donations. So, if you make 1,400 deposit, then YouTube will be taking around 700 or 800 Rand of that. So, yeah. So in the end, I would be losing if I have to deposit back 1,000 Rand to your account. But thank you for the gesture, man. But yeah, say if you donate 400 Rand, I will get around 200 of those. So yeah, it does. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Right, so 26 and a half minutes gone in this game, and we are going to have, well, let's just see. I don't know. We are going to have a penalty against the Western Province here. I think they were offside from that one. So I don't know, how much do they take? So I'm sure they take 55% it is, Zander, if I'm not wrong. Or I might know. 55% I get and 45% they get. So of the super chats and the donations. So on a normal count, I think on the views, they take about 55% and I get 45%. And then with the super chats and stuff, it works the other way around. So if you donate 1,400, I would probably get around 800 Rand of that. Right, so the early replacement here for the Western Province, as I think it is Namakaba, who has left the field for the Western Province. But a penalty now to the Griquas is not found touch, and Tim Swill is going to thump this into touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Yeah, so it's actually Sandy who's left, and Mazibuku is on the field for Sandy. Right, line out to the Griquas, just inside Western Province half, taken there by Lindsay. Off the back to Unruga. Now a chance here for the big boys to have a run upfield. It is taken in there by the number 13, Jonathan Frankie, the number 12. Now out to George Whitehead, who goes to the air with this one. And Sergio Peterson has knocked it on, so it's going to be a scrum down to the Griquas on halfway. It's getting a little bit sloppy here at the moment here in this game. So plenty of little knock-ons and stuff going on at the moment in this game. Right, so the Western Province knocking that ball on. It's going to be a scrum down to the Griquas on halfway here, and a great opportunity for the Griquas to maybe go on the attack from here. Right. Let's see what happens with this scrum here. Right, so Zander Snell says, I just looked, I give 68% to the YouTuber and take 32. All right, so it's roughly around there. So more or less, if you're going to, it's basically going to come down to the same thing, I think it is, Zander. So yeah, I wouldn't advise if you want me to make a deposit back that it should be done like that. But you're always welcome to donate 400 Rand. I'll take 68% of that then. But no obligation to do so, but I would appreciate it. Right, so the penalty now for the Griquas from that scrum has been kicked, and they found touch just inside the 22 of the Western Province now. Here they come. Taken in by the big forwards now of the Griquas. They form them all just about 15 meters out from the try line now, and here they come. Unraga waiting for it now, gives it out to Frankie. Frankie drives his way through the middle. Now Unraga again waiting for the ball. About 15 meters out from the try line. Taken up by Ruan Steenkamp. Dotted down very quickly there, or brought down very quickly. Now Unraga again. Out it goes to Kassendi. Kassendi breaks through, and Kassendi is going to score for the Griquas. Poor defense there from the Western Province. Just not the way it's supposed to be done at the moment. Poor defense here from the Western Province, and a try to Kassendi for the Griquas. So the Griquas take the lead for the very first time in this game after the Western Province went off to a firing start in this game. Now Griquas have the lead going into the last 10 minutes of this game, of this first half. And what a statement to make from the Griquas. Western Province not good on defense at the moment. Right, so George Whitehead now with the conversion attempt almost right in front of the post, so it shouldn't be a problem for them with this one. Right, George Whitehead attempting this conversion right in front for the Griquas. They should be taking a 17-12 lead with 9 minutes to go in this first half. Who do you guys think is going to win this one? 93% says the Western Province, and only 7% has got it right at the moment. The conversion from Whitehead is good, so 17 points to 12 with 9 minutes to go. Sandernell says, if I donate 1,400, you will get 952. Can you send me 600 to a different account then? Oh, Sander, I don't want to do it like that. Unfortunately, I'll have to turn down that offer today. I know I will be making something out of it, but it does take a while to show. It takes about a month or two before I get any of it. So it just wouldn't make sense at this stage, unfortunately. Right, so another penalty now against the Western Province, playing the man in the air. So with 8 minutes to go, penalty on the 22-meter line. Inside Griquas half. Right, the kick downfield, and it's going to find touch roundabout between the 10 and halfway. All right, thank you, Zander. Appreciate the effort, but like I said, it will take about a month or two before I get any of it. But I do appreciate the gesture as well. Right, so there's the Griquas now with the throw-in on the 10-meter line inside the Western Province half, and the throw into the Griquas taken there by Ruan Steenkamp on the back. Now George Whitehead gives it out to Kassendi up to the 10-meter line. Now needs support. Unraga again. Out it goes to the Gideon van der Merwe again for the Griquas. Oh, was there interference with the scrum off there? But it comes out to Ashton Davids. And now Keita has a run. Keita could go all wide and he passed the ball. A little knock on there from Keita. Tried to run over Edwin van der Merwe. Had two players on his inside, and he's blown it. That is a bad mistake from the left winger there. He just needed to pass the ball inside, and it would have been a great opportunity. We're coming back for a penalty, though, to the Griquas, and a yellow card to Mazibuku for the Western Province. So, yeah, Western Province down to 14 men there. Was it it was a professional foul from them. Okay, Sander said, because I need to send my brother money, get my password for my Capitec account. Sander, unfortunately, I will have to turn that down. So, sorry, man. Right, so it is the Griquas now with an opportunity. I don't want to, how do you put this in, ek wil jou nie uitbuit die Zander, so unfortunately I have to turn that down. So the line out from the Griquas have gone astray, and over the head it goes into the hands of Tim Swill, is going to kick this downfield, and now a chase here from the Western Province, Edward van der Merwe charging on to Kasandi there. It is a quick throw, or into touch it went. And we are still going to have this line out with about 6 minutes left. And it is going to be a Western Province line out as well. So a bad mistake from the Griquas there. Just not able to control that off the back. Right, so line out to the Western Province between the 10 and the 22-meter line. A chance now for JJ Kotze to throw this in. Here we go. Johan de Toey taking it off the back there. And now a chance here with a driving maul again for the Western Province. Remember, they do have a man short who is in the bin at the moment. Penalty advantage coming for the Western Province. They do get the penalty now. And decision time here with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Right, Tim Swill with the kick to touch now. Let's see what he can do with this one. 8 penalties conceded by Western Province, 6 by the Griquas. And the penalty finds touch inside the 22, about 15 meters out from the try line. Can Western Province score here before half-time? Throw coming from JJ Kotze now for the Western Province. Here we go. Let's see another big drive coming up from the Western Province now. Driving maul, working to perfection for them at the moment. Now it goes down, and Gotland Masimla's got it out to Edward van der Merwe. About 10 meters out from the try line. Let's see what they can do with this one. Another penalty to the Western Province now, 10 meters out from the try line. Quickly taken by Masimla. Oh, runs into Kasande, who was offside. There's surely, if no try comes, he's got to go to the bin as well. Now Rickers Pretorius. Still about 5 meters out from the try line. Can they do something with this one? Right, we are going to come back for that penalty. And Amy Lee Tron, or Amy Barrett Tron, is still very patient with the Griquas. So Zander has made a 140 Rand donation. Thank you so much, Zander. Really appreciate that, man. Sorry I couldn't help you out with the full amount to put back into your account, but I do appreciate this donation of 140 Rand. It will really help a lot on the channel as well. So thank you so much. Right, so what will the Western Province do with this one? They are going to have a shot at goal instead. So Tim Swill is going to line this up for the Western Province with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. 17 points to 12 it is at the moment. Tim Swill should get this one very easily. And let's see what happens with this one. Right, the kick from Tim Swill goes over. So 15 points to 17 it is, with about 2 minutes to go, or 3 minutes to go in this first half. Can Western Province strike again before half-time? Barry says, yeah, Guru, 140 LOL. Yeah, Barry, that is a very generous donation as well from Zanders. So really happy for the donations coming in today, guys. George Whitehead with the restart to this one now taken in by Ian van Roos, just outside his own 22 at the moment. But Helen de Good has joined in as well. Says, hi, Guru. So Namakaba now, Tim Swill out to Sergio Peterson inside their own 22. They're going to try and have a run here, but not gaining too much ground with it. We've got 1 minute and a half left. Here we go again. JJ Kotze now with a good run over the 22-meter line. Gives it out to Masimla. The kick from him is not good. Comes back to the side of the Griquas now. And Unraga, oh, nearly Ashton Davis had a good run there. But now it's a chance here for the Western Province. Abel van der Merwe. He puts it on the board, and here he goes. It is going to run into touch, unfortunately. So there was a great opportunity for the Griquas to score. And if Ashland Davids got that ball, it would have been a remarkable try to the Griquas. But instead, it's trouble now to the Western, well, trouble for the Griquas here just before halftime. I'm just checking this out. Another few donations coming in. Zander now with a 351, and then another 700 as well. So, yeah, that's great stuff, Zander. Bit Bumpy says, 140 is a bottle of Olaf. Any updates on the Sharks-Lions game? Let's have a look quickly before the end of this first half. So let's see if we can find out quickly. Griquas have possession inside their own 22. Frankie took it up for them again. Inside the 22 now. Unruga with the kick downfield. And he's going to find touch roundabout on the 10-meter line. Right, so still no new news on this, whether the game between the Sharks and the Lions will continue. Zander asking, will you at least send me 300? So what I'll do is, Zander, when the money is through and it shows, when it does show, you can give me your account and I will give you back 300. No problem. But until then, I will not risk it, unfortunately, because I don't know whether, well, let's put it that way, it first show, and then if it does, I will send you back 300, no problem. So the Western Province on the 10-meter line now has a chance to go on the attack here. Let's see what they can do. Godlin Masimla. Now up it goes to the Western Province. Tim Sweel now puts a little dab ahead. And now chase here from the Western Province is going to score here, surely. It's going to be Sergio Peterson after a big mix-up from the Griquas backline there, and it's going to be a try to the Western Province on the stroke of half-time. Right, so that is a really big one for the Western Province there. Just before half-time, Tim Sweel with a little dab here, chased by Rikus Pretorius. Unruga tried to fall on the ball, missed it completely. Ashland Davids as well, and then Sergio Peterson just dived over for the try there. So great stuff from the Western Province. Zander says, right, Zander. So, like I said to you, unfortunately, I won't be able to do anything unless I don't see it in my account. So, yeah, if it does go through, I will send you 300, no problem, Zander. But for that to happen, I first need to see it on the account. So I'm not exactly sure. I forgot my password. My brother needs money, says Zander. So, yeah, great donations from Zander here. We've got let me just put it up again, guys, as we go to potentially halftime here. Yeah, it is going to be halftime. So 22 points to 17 at halftime. 3 tries by the Western Province and 2 by the Griquas. So Zander has made a deposit of 140, then again a 350, and then a 700 rand as well. So Zander says, will you send me 1,000 if I send you 3,500? Only if it shows in my account, Zander, then I'll do it. If it doesn't show in my account, then I won't be able to send it back. But I am a man of my word. I will give you 1,000 back if you make a 3,500 deposit. Right, so guys, at halftime, we're going to leave it at that for now. Halftime, it is 22 points to 17 to the Western Province. And what a way to get that lead at the end of the half. It was just remarkable how the Griquas took the lead, and then at the last minute of the first half, they kind of blow it and gives the try to Western Province through Sergio Peterson. So that is absolute amazing stuff from the Western Province. Going into a 5-point lead at halftime. Like always, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, but when we do come back, We will be doing the second half. It is a 5-point game here at the Cape Town Stadium, and the Griquas are doing a lot better than everybody expected them to do. So that is a great lead to have at halftime for the Western Province. Zananel has just made a massive donation of 2,100, guys. I do take your word for it. I will message you. Let me write it down. This number 0714847229. So the moment I see it in my account, Zander, I will make you that deposit. I promise you. So, and I will even keep you guys up to date on how that goes. So thank you for those donations. In total, it's 2,800, 2,000. Just hang on. I'm a little bit, what you call it, 2,800, 3,150, and then another 140. So I'll have to count all of these together, but I will send you back 1,000 Rand when I get the money, guys. So thank you so much for that donation, Zander. Really appreciate it. Hope you don't get into any trouble as well. So, yeah. We've seen in the past a lot of people, or I don't say this is the case, but I have seen it in the past where people have used somebody's credit card, made a donation, and they wanted some money back. I'm not saying that this is the case, guys, but thank you so much for that donation again, Zander. Appreciate it. I will be back for the second half in just a short while, guys. See you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes. Right, guys, we are back for the second half that just kicked off, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province from that kickoff almost immediately. Knocked on by the Griquas. So scrum down to the Western Province from the kickoff. Let me just quickly add Zander here on Messenger real quickly before we go ahead. Right, scrum down to the Western Province on the 22-meter line of the Griquas. An early mistake from the Griquas here in the second half, putting themselves under immense pressure here early on in this second half. Right, let's just share the scoreboard again for you guys. There we go. And right, I have added you on my list quickly, Zander, so I will send you a WhatsApp message just to confirm. Although you are not showing on my contact list just yet. I'll have a look just in a bit for you. Right, guys, so halftime score is 22-17. It's now a scrum down to the Western Province inside the 22 of the Griquas. And a great attacking opportunity early on in this second half for the Western Province. Right. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. Remember, Western Province still a minute and a half with a yellow card. So there is still an opportunity here for the Griquas to upset the scrum. Ricus Pretorius is going to go down on the flanker here for the Western Province. So let's see how this scrum is going to go. Right, taken at the back by Eer van Roos now. Here they come. Inside the 22 of the Western Province they go. Masimla out to Johan de Toey. Right about on halfway now. Ali Vermaak spins out of one tackle. Still going forward now. 15 meters out of the Western Province. Sinatla. He's going to bash his way up forward, but now an opportunity to steal this ball for the Griquas. Now it comes back to Mayhazen. Mayhazen tries to make a couple of meters for the Western Province here inside the 22 of the Griquas. Masimla out to Namakawa. Bashed back in the tackle by the Griquas there. It was Frankie now counter-ruck from the Griquas, but a penalty goes against him. So it is going to be a penalty to the Western Province right in front of the post. Just outside of 22, right in the middle of the field. And Tim Sweel is going to have a crack at goal here. Right, so great opportunity now for the Western Province to increase their lead with 3 points to make it 25 points to 17. Tim Sweel with the opportunity to kick for goal here. And still, I don't see your number on here. So just waiting. I will get back to you, Zander, no problem. Right, so the Kiwi lad says, interesting stream so far, hey, Guru? Yeah, it is a very interesting stream indeed, Kiwi lads. It's almost going the same way yours did the other day. So I'm not complaining at all. This has been a great stream. Never imagined this happening in a Griquas versus Western Province game. So, yeah, the penalty is over. 25 points to 17 it is. 3 minutes into the second half. And the Western Province now looking to take a commanding lead in this game. Restart's going to come from George Whitehead now. Let's see where this one goes. Right, restart from George Whitehead. Goes up high into the air. That's a brilliant kickoff taken by Mayhazen for the Western Province between the 10 and the 22-meter line inside Western Province half now. Godwin Masimla waiting for this ball to come back now. Here they go with a kick over the top now and chased here. Oh, taken beautifully by Ashland Davids for the Griquas, but nearly ripped by the Western Province. Now George Whitehead. Out it goes to Frankie up to halfway for the Griquas. Right in the middle of the field now. Unrago with a dab through. trying to find space in behind. Western Province does so. And pressure now on a Western Province. Sergio Peterson is going to kick this downfield. Oh, that's a horrible kick from him. Finding touch roundabout between the 10 and the 22-meter line. That went off the side of his boot. So it is going to be a line out to, well, on the 10-meter line, the Griquas now have a line out opportunity. And Johan de Toy, as well as some more replacements. Now I'm lying. It's Paul de Wet who's gone on to the field here for the Western Province. So Godwin Masimla, end of his game. And then also a few other replacements coming on for the Western Province as well. Just trying to see who those players are. So Neil Otto might be one of them. Thrown over the top by the Griquas into the hands of Frankie, who drives it forward for the Griquas just outside of 22 now. Here comes JC Nell. JC Nell brought down by Rikus Pretorius. Unrega again now to Lindsay. Lindsay brought down by Otto there. Good tackle from him. Now out wide they're going to go. Oh, this is a nice run here from the Griquas. Up to the 22-meter line they go. 5 meters out from the 22 now. Here they come through McSorley. McSorley up to the 22-meter line now. Unrega with a little dab kick over the top. It is chased down here by Ashton Davids. But Sanatla was there, but it goes over the dead ball line anyway. But we will be coming back for a penalty, I think, to the Griquas here. Yep, penalty to the Griquas. Just outside the 22 of the, well, between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Right, so George White is going to have a shot at goal here for the Griquas, and a chance to bring that score down back to just 5 points. At the moment it is an 8-point lead for the Western Province, but this is not a difficult kick for George Whitehead, so he should be getting this one and make it 25 points to 20. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this one. George Whitehead with the kick for the penalty. So let's see what's going to happen with this one. George Whitehead waiting for this ball. Yeah, he is going to line it up now. So chance now for the Griquas to get back within 5 points now. Can he get the penalty kick here for the Griquas? Let's see if it's going to be a good one or not. While we wait, I'm quickly going to check how things are happening for the Sharks Lions game. The conversion goes over, or the penalty goes over. So it is now 25 points to 20. And it's a 5-point game here after 7 minutes in the second half. So we're back to square one here in this one. Right, Tim Swill is going to get this game back underway for us here. Let's just see if I can find any news on that game between the Sharks and the Lions tonight. So let's see. Still the same news. Nothing new just yet. So the Griquas has got this outside their own 22 now. Unrega. Out it goes to Lindsay, who takes it up for them. Just outside their own 22 now. Western Province has counter-rucked this, but Pierwinkel has somehow managed to get it back for the Griquas here. Unrega waiting for the ball on the 22-meter line now. He is going to get it back for the Griquas. So he's going to kick this over the top, and the chase is on now. But he is going to find touch with that one, and it's going to go directly into touch. So it's going to be a line out on the 22 for the Western Province. Right, so there's going to be a line out to the Western Province on the 22-meter line inside the Griquas half. JJ Kotze already having 2 tries to his name, and now a chance for them to go on the attack here. Let's see if Western Province can do anything with this one. Brian Benito says Griquas to win this one. Sorry, guys. Right, line out taken. Oh, was that not straight? No, the referee says we'll have to reset this line out again. Right, Barry says altogether 3,290 Rand donation from Zandanel. So that is a brilliant donation from him. Right, so Western Province now over the 22-meter line they go, and a chance now for them to go on the attack. Let's see, Paul de Wet, out it goes to Tim Swiel now, Sergio Peterson, out it goes to Griquas Pretorius, about 10 meters out from the try line. Taste Winster says Western Province will win it. Right, out it goes to Tim Swiel, puts it a little cross kick in here for Edwolf van der Merwe. Oh, he's knocked it on, unfortunately. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Griquas, 5 meters out from their own try line. Right, so, wait, are we going to see a yellow card here for the Griquas? Offside. No, it's just a penalty. So offside from the Griquas, penalty to the Western Province, and a chance for them to increase their lead now with 30 minutes to go in this game. They are going to go for a touch here. They still need one more try for a bonus point, is the Western Province. Right, line out coming up. JJ Kotzer to throw this ball in for the Western Province. Wilhelm the Good asking, how's Sinatla doing? Good. Well, Sinatla has been really quiet tonight, so apart from a few touches, he hasn't done too much. The line out goes astray for the Western Province and kicked forward by the Griquas. Collected by the Western Province, roundabout on halfway, inside their own half. Paul de Wet out to Mayhazen. Great opportunity goes away there for Western Province. Paul de Wet basically on his 10-meter line now, waiting for the ball to come back. Puts it over the top there for the Western Province. Chased down here by Unrega. He makes a little bit of a mess on it and bundled into touch is the Griquas, but we are going to come back for a knock-on from the Western Province firstly. So scrum down to the Griquas on the 10-meter line, about 5 meters from the right-hand touch line inside their own half. So we've got 29 minutes left in this game. Yeah, Edwolf van der Merwe knocked that ball on first, and then a knock-on from the Griquas as well. Right, Kassendi has had a really good game so far here in this game. Right, scrum down now to the Western Province here. Let's see what's going to happen with this scrum down here between these two sides inside a 10-meter line after Griquas Unrega to feed this one to the scrum. The scrum goes down. So, yeah, it's been very scrappy the second half so far, guys. The likes of the Western Province so far. Sergio Peterson has been really good. Griquas Pretorius has done a great job. Dan du Plessis has been good on defense. Edwolf van der Merwe has had a few chances here and there. Tim Swiel, like always, dominating that kicking lineup for them. Van Roos, Johan de Toy Namakaba has been good. David Mayhazen, Ernst van Rijn has been good. Sunday has gone off very early in the game. JJ Kotze has got 2 tries, and Ali van Mark is trying valiantly as well. So, yeah, it's just those small little errors at the moment creeping into this game that is making it a stop-start affair at the moment. Unrega at the back gives it out to George Whitehead, puts it to the boot, and he finds space in behind the Western Province, and that ball's going to go out 5 meters inside the 22 of the Western Province. So a chance now for the Griquas to put some pressure on the Griquas, on the Western Province, right on their own 22-meter line. JJ Kotze is going to have another throw into this lineup for them. Currently, we've got 83 votes, guys. 88 says Province to win it. 12% says the Griquas. So who will be right? 88 or 12% of the people. Paul de Wet at the back gives it out to Van Roos. He goes bursting over the 22-meter line. Is Van Roos 5 meters out from his own 22. Gives it out, Paul de Wet to Tim Swiel, puts it to the boot. He's not going to find touch with this into the hands of Kasande for the Griquas. Now the Griquas on the 10-meter line. Are they going to have a run here? They do. Brought down almost immediately on the 10-meter line. Now Unrega waiting for it. Gives it out to George Whitehead, puts it to the boot again. Again, trying to find space. Oh, and a little knock backwards from Tim Swiel now on his own 5-meter line. He's going to have to kick this, and let's see where that one not going to find touch as well. Into the hands of Keita now. Oh, Ashlyn Davids back to Unrega. On halfway, they're going to have a run. Kassendi now Custody up 10 and driven into touch there by the Western Province. So line out to the Western Province on the 10-meter line now. Quickly thrown in and out Sanatla. He's going to put it to the boot here. Plenty of space behind. Now the chase is on. Here they come. Griquas Pretorius chasing after this. Chasing now has secured the ball for the Griquas. Kate to get there as well. So the Griquas have managed to secure the ball 2 meters out from their own try line now. Unraga got his hands on the ball, and that was very, very close for the Griquas there. Taken up by the forwards there. The number 7 making a little bit of headway. 100 circle for the Griquas now. Right, Unraga just waiting on that ball quickly on his own trial and going with the box kick over the top. And he is looking to find touch. And that ball is going to bounce out right on the 22-meter line. Zander asking, did you message me? I did try and add you on WhatsApp. Do you have WhatsApp, Zander? Because I did try and add you on there, and it's not currently showing. Let's have another look. No, still no Zander. So, do you have WhatsApp? Zander Wim. I do have it. Right, so let me just see if the number I put down is correct. Oh, it's going to be a try to the Western Province. So let's just wait, Zander. I will message you after this game because we've just missed a vital try here to the Western Province. They went quickly from the line out and scores the try right over, well, in the corner for Edwil van der Merwe. Right, so first try in the match for Edwil van der Merwe, and the referee are going to have a look to see. The try. Well, will they go up to the TMO? So they are going to go up to the TMO firstly to see if a try has been scored. So Paul de Wet went to it. Oh, knocked backwards by the Western Province, and from there they went out wide. The pass from Sergio Peterson, has it gone forward? No, it hasn't. That should be an easy try for the Western Province. Zander now says, I can also email you. Okay, I will email you, Zander, as well. So Apple Pie says, Western Province, you lekker ding. Then Daniel Applegate says, how's it going, Daniel? So it looks like it is going to be a try to the Western Province here, surely. It got knocked on by Frankie from the Griquas side, and then from there the Western Province just went wide. So they are going to have another look at this. Oh, it might have been knocked on by Evan Roos first, and then went onto the shoulder of Frankie. So we might get this call that this might not be a try to the Western Province. But we'll have to wait and see whether a try has been scored or not. Right, so they are currently still looking for it. Barry says, since you got 2,290 for yourself, you get that Bulls t-shirt or Shark t-shirt. So no try. It has been knocked on by the Western Province. So try been disallowed. So Barry, if I do, I'll work out how much I get from this. So remember, YouTube takes a percentage, and I have to give Zander back 1,000 rand. So we'll see how much is left. Whichever amount is left there, I might end up getting that Shark jersey, as we discussed. So that was the plan to get all the Rugby Championship jerseys, so I can have for each province. So that will definitely go to the shirts. Knock off Western Province, no try. So 5 points the difference at the moment, and it's a Griquas scrum inside the 22, 5 meters inside their own 22. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this scrum, guys. Another reset there this time round. So we've had a couple of resets in this game. I didn't keep count of this one though, but I do guess that we've had 3 or 4 scrum resets, which comes down to 4 4 resets. Barry, why does you get some of it? I guess it's because we're using the platform, Barry. So yeah, it's always been that way. Zander Nell says, I hope you will buy a Cusp with that money. Yeah, I'll probably get something as soon as they can open up the bloody. Well, we're in level 1 at the moment, Zander. So yeah, I'm not sure when we're going to be able to do anything again. So penalty from that scrum to the Griquas, and they find touch just inside the half of the Western Province. Barry says, YouTube greedy. Well, it's because of YouTube that I'm getting this opportunity, so I'm not complaining too much about it, Barry. And I really enjoy doing this because I would have just watched the game either way. Yeah, we're at level 4, sadly, says Barry. So yeah, under level 4, we're not allowed to buy any alcohol. So yeah, pretty bad. Right, throw-in coming here for the Griquas, and it's been disrupted by Province. So Province have got the ball on halfway now. Here they come, JJ Kotze. Over halfway they go, need a scrum off now. Is the Western Province. Paul de Wet gets there eventually. Now Tim Swill. Dan Duplessis trying to straighten the line, brought down by Frankie, who I must say have had a pretty damn good game for the Griquas today. And they do get it back to the Western Province side. Otto being driven back in the tackle. Right, we're still waiting for that ball to come out now. Sergio Peterson out to Tim Swill. Now Ernst van Rijn over the 10-meter line. Up to halfway he goes. Great opportunity now. Yeah, Van Roos breaks through. Yeah, Van Roos is going to have a run here. Over the 22-meter line he goes, still going. Oh, and he's knocked it on. Can you believe it? 5 meters from the try line. In the tackle, he knocks it on. Great attempt from Van Roos. One of the Western Province stalwarts so far in this season's competition. Great run down the middle from, or down the line from Van Roos, and nearly went all the way. Rack 3D says, great donations there, got a bit of a salary. Yeah, that was a pretty decent donation, Rack 3D. Then Applegate asking, when I go on the rugby score, it doesn't say it's on. So that's very strange. Zander says, I want to donate more, but I've reached my daily limit, he says. When I go on the rugby score, it doesn't say it's on, says Daniel. So where do you go and check that out, Daniel? Because it is live on Super Sport at the moment. I don't know if it shows on any other channels as well, but on Super Sport, channel 211 and 201, I think this game is on. So yeah, it is going to be a scrum down now to the Griquas, 5 meters out from their own try line. Let's see what they can do with this one. Can Western Province disrupt the Griquas here? And another reset scrum coming up. So yeah, Van Roos, what a talent he's been, guys. Let me know in the comment section whether you guys think he is going to become a Springbok real soon, and whether he still needs a year or two, what the case might be. Currently, we do have the poll going, 97 votes saying Province will win 88%, 12% saying that the Griquas got 12 or 12%. Zandanel says, I will donate more tomorrow, Wim. Oh man, I'm not a Wim. Come on, I'm only 33 years old. I'm still very young at heart, Zander. Right, so the big scrum here from the Griquas, and they're going to win a penalty from it as well. So they win that battle at scrum time, and they can now just kick this into touch. Great work from Ruan Steenkamp, Cameron Lindsay, and the rest of the pack of forwards. Zander says he'll donate tomorrow again. So thank you again, Zander. If you want to, you can. Barry asking, what's a worm? That's like Uncle Barry. So I guess in Afrikaans slang, in the Afrikaans culture, we do say worm as a source of respect. So respect there from Zander. Appreciate it, Zander. But I do still feel very young. 33 is a Still very young. Zander says, this is my whim. All right, cool, man. Just the way you want it. Right, so Ngoma is on for Steenkamp here for the Griquas. So a big replacement to make with still about 18 minutes left in this game. Can the Griquas steal this one from the Western Province? They do have a lineup 5 meters out from their own 22 at the moment. Can they do something with this one? Right, throwing coming here from Lees for the Griquas, taken by Lindsay off the back. Now Unrega out to Frankie. Frankie's going to try and bash it up through the middle. Brought down really quickly by the Western Province on that occasion. Now they're going with the box kick over the top as Unrega. Chased down by Kassendi. Takes down Tim Swiel just inside the Western Province half. Paul the vet giving it out to Mayhazen. Up to the 10-meter line now. Paul de Vet waiting for this ball to come out for the Western Province. Johannes Payne says, Uncle Guru, I'm only 63. Yeah. All right, the kick over the top from the Western Province taken in by George Whitehead here for the Griquas. This is going to come down to the wire. The Griquas controlling the pressure pretty damn well at the moment. Njoli now taking it up for the Griquas between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Unrega waiting for this ball to come out. The first one to make a mistake here is going to lose this one. The box kick over the top from Unrega and taken in by Sergio Peterson. On the 10-meter line inside his own half now. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline. Paul de Vet. Out it goes to J.D. Stickering, who's also on the field. Driven back in the tackle, though, by Bierwinkel. Good defense from the Griquas. Now, the first team to score now will win this game for sure. Right, Paul de Vet with a box kick over the top into the hands. It goes of, slip up here from Edric Arends on his 10-meter line. And trouble here for the Griquas does come back their way now. Unrega waiting for the ball on the 10-meter line. Gives it out to the big lock forward. Zito, who takes it up for the Griquas. Now another box kick over the top from Unrega. It's becoming a kicking battle here. Now Sergio Peterson takes it up on halfway for the Western Province. Paul de Vet, Tim Swiel. Out it goes to Dan du Plessis, who breaks through the middle. Oh, big tackle from Frankie there on Dan du Plessis on the 10-meter line now. Here comes Adams van Rijn again. He puts his head down now. Paul de Vet, penalty advantage coming for the Western Province now. Sergio Peterson, Mayhazen caught on the 10-meter line again. And we are going to come back for, it's still advantage to the Western Province. Kotze out to Paul de Vet, still on the 10-meter line. About 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line. And Amy Barrett Tron says we're coming back for the penalty there. Zander says, please don't forget about me. I will go now. No problem, Zander. I will be in contact with you real soon after this game. In fact, I will have a little chat with you after this. Expect maybe a phone call or I'll just email you as well. Right, so with 14 and a half minutes to go now, we're first going to have a look at the tackle from Frankie on Dan du Plessis. But I do feel that he did wrap around his arms, so it can't be too dangerous, but Western Province have now decided to go for goal here. And with 14 and a half minutes to go, it is a penalty attempt from Tim Swiel roundabout on the 10-meter line. And again, thank you, Zander, for those lovely donation. Is in total 3,290. Is it 3,290 Rand donation? So thank you so much for that donation again, Zander. Really appreciate it. Right, the kick from Tim Swiel, and it's going to go over. So 28-20, the Western Province have taken an 8-point lead now with 13 and a half minutes to go. Right, so more replacements coming on. Frankie goes off. Tinus de Peer is onto the field now for the Griquas as well. And Frankie has had a great game. Sito gets replaced by Leonard as well. Griquas bringing the reinforcements now. The restart from George Whitehead into the hands of Edward van der Merwe. Roundabout between the 10 and the 22-meter line now. Western Province in control of this game now. Paul de Wet waiting for it. Comes back to Schrikkeling. He makes a couple of meters forward. Now Paul de Wet, out it goes to Tim Swiel again. And the kick downfield into the hands of Edric Arendse now. And Arendse is going to have a little run. We know he used to be very dangerous at times. So up to halfway goes the Griquas now. Comes back Unrige out to Whitehead. Gives it out to Tinus de Beer. Tinus de Beer is going to straighten the line. Hits the gap first time round up to halfway. Unrige waiting for it to come back again now for the Griquas. Back to George Whitehead. Puts it to the boot. Trying to find some space in behind the Western Province. But the mark has been made by Sergio Peterson. And he's going to kick it downfield for the Western Province. Till round about the 10-meter line. Quickly thrown by the Griquas now. Here they come. Keita now. Keita with a kick. And it is into the hands of Sinatla now on the 10-meter line. What can Sinatla do here? Good tackle from the Griquas. Dan du Plessis after Tim Swiel up to halfway. Run about on the line, on the right-hand touchline. Penalty to the Griquas there. Mistake from the Western Province and decision time now for the Griquas. I don't think George Whitehead will be able to kick this one, so they probably will go for touch. Total of 3,219,000 will give you, so 2,290 rand in the end. I don't know how much YouTube's going to take, but still a decent profit in the end. So not complaining at all about that. Right, so the kick downfield here from George Whitehead is not going to find too much distance. Only finding touch on the 10-meter line. So a 5-meter gain out of that penalty kick, which is really dreadful. So line out to the Griquas on the 10-meter line inside the Western Province half. More reinforcements coming on for the Western Province now. And we'll just have to wait and see who those replacements are. Also for the Griquas, Oranje is on in the place of Unrige, another youngster looking to make his mark in this competition. Right, the Griquas have now formed a maul and they're going to try and drive this up. We've seen the Western Province really maul the Griquas to pieces in that first half. So the maul goes down on the 10-meter line. Oranje waiting for the ball to come out. Gives it out to Bierwinkel. And over that ball quickly was Otto. Otto nearly stealing that ball for the Western Province. Still coming as the Griquas on the 10-meter line now. Out it goes to Sergel. Sergel takes it up to the 10-meter line. Penalty advantage to the Griquas now. Oranje, out it goes to Lindsay. Now, bad attempted pass there from the Griquas. But it is going to be a penalty to the Griquas. Roundabout on the 10-meter line, or between the 10 and the 22-meter line. So George Whitehead will go for goal to make it a 5-point game again. Barry says you must add the $3 in the previous live stream, which is roughly 35, he told me. Oh, yeah, and then don't forget Rugby's donation of £1, which comes down to about 20 Rand as well. So 55 plus 3290 gives you roughly 3,340 Rand, roughly, give or take. So it's been a great day here on the Rugby Guru, guys. Right, so with 10 minutes to go, guys, it's 28 points to 20 here at the moment. Can the Griquas come back into this game and get this one over? It is in the middle of the field, roundabout on the 10-meter line. If George Whitehead can get this, it will be a 5-point game going into the last 9 minutes, which he does get. So 28-23, and now it is game on here at Cape Town Stadium. Let's see if we can find any news regarding the Sharks Lions game yet. Still the same news, though. Still nothing new from that one. So the Sharks game now in doubt as well. Right, the restart taken by Lindsay, 5 meters out from his own 22 is the Griquas, and now they go on a maul here. Another penalty advantage coming for the Griquas now. Urania, George Whitehead, out it goes to Arendse. Oh, intercepted by Sinatla, but we're coming back for the penalty. So the only news is that the kickoff has been delayed for tonight's game. So, guys, it will not be taking place at 7, but it has been pushed back by 1 hour to 8 o'clock. So that is to accommodate. Let's see. Let's just quickly read through this. So, yeah, there's still no. Yeah, the kickoff has been pushed back to allow for testing process to be completed. So I will let you guys know whether that stream will be going ahead or not. Right, so it is going to be a line out now to the Griquas on a 10-meter line inside Western Province half. 14 penalties to 11. The Western Province giving away 14 penalties in this one. Right, Aiden says, so does that mean the game is going ahead later? So far it is going ahead. It will be starting at 8 o'clock South African time. Rania off the back now, gives it out to Tinus de Beer. Over the 10-meter line they go. Good attacking opportunity now for the Griquas. George Whitehead puts it to the boot, and it's going to roll, and into touch. It's going to go about 10 meters out from the Western Province try line. Sergio Peterson not happy with Keita pushing him into touch there, but it is going to be a line out to the Western Province on the 10-meter line, 10 meters away from their own try line. Right, JJ Kotzer to throw this ball in here for the Western Province. Keita just getting a little bit frustrated there with Sergio Peterson. But it is what it is. We're going to have a 10-meter line out. Let's see what's going to happen. So we currently have injury attendance to Adams van Rijn. But we'll see if he continues. The referees had a really good game. Amy Barrett-Tron, the one female referee here in South Africa. She's had a really good game today. Right, going to Western Province. Hold on. We've got 7 minutes left in this game. So let's see what happens with this one. It's been overthrown by the Western Province, but a little knock on from the Griquas as they try to collect that ball. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Western Province. And you can see number 19 there from the Griquas, Jean-André Leonard, very, very amused by himself for knocking that ball on. That's going to cost you 50% of your salary. Come on, if I was the coach for that one, you would have had 50% their salary. So it's good to see that some players still think it's amusing. With 5 points of difference, if he collected that, it would have been try-time Griquas, and he finds it amusing. That is just the difference between professional and semi-professional rugby these days. If it was one of the Western Province players knocking that ball on, trailing by 5 points, they would have been furious with themselves. Instead, the guy from the Griquas smiles and laughs about it. Ridiculous. Right, so scrum down to the Western Province, 5 meters out from their own try line. Paul de Wet with the feet to this scrum here for them. Let's see if they can put pressure on the Western Province here. Scrum goes down, but it is available at the back here. Paul de Wet waiting for it. Now gives it out to Abner van Reenen, who is going to put it on the boot, and he's going to find touch just outside their own 22. So still an attacking opportunity coming for the Griquas with 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Griquas now in conversation with each other there, deciding what they're going to do next. Can the Griquas win this game with 5.5 minutes to go? 5 points the difference here so far. Jean-Renal, what is this money things? Jean-Ray, I've got a donation of 3,290 altogether from one guy called Zandanel. So he's made an amazing donation to the channel as well. The Griquas now on the attack. Here comes Oranje out to George Whitehead, straightening the line, 15 meters out from the try line. And a great opportunity now for the Griquas. Jean Renel out to Sergel. Sergel just inside the 22 of the Western Province now. Oranje out to Tinus de Beer. Going forward slowly as the Griquas now. Whitehead delayed the pass beautifully to Orense. And it's going to be Orense who's going to score the try for the Griquas. But hold on to your horses. There might be a forward pass. We'll have to wait and see here what the referee has to say. Brian Benito asking, are the Griquas semi-professional? They're definitely sometimes playing like a semi-professional. When you look at the difference between the different unions, so I might have been a little bit wrong when I say that Griquas are a semi-professional side, Brian. But if you look at the way the Western Province handles their business, they're a lot more professional than say the Griquas or the Pumas or the Leopards or even the Kings. So that's the only reason why I made that comment on that as well. Still a major gap between the two unions when it comes to money and the way they operate. Jean Renel says that is great of him to do. God bless him. Definitely, Jean Ray. Right, so the referee has gone upstairs to see whether there was a forward pass from George Whitehead. It did look forward from the angle that I watched it, and that is definitely not going to be a try here. Surely that's got to be a forward pass. We saw earlier in the Australian-France game a pass that was even flatter than this one, not going the way of Australia. So I'd be very surprised if this try has been awarded. Let's see, with 3 minutes to go, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes to go. This is going to be a major call. Jean Renel is Jean on the field. So Jean de Jong is not playing today, Jean-Dre. There was talks about him playing today, but he is not part of the match 23 for the Western Province, unfortunately. So that pass for me is forward. I don't know why they're still looking at it so deeply. It looks clearly forward from my angle or from what I can see, but I'm not a referee, so you could argue that it's gone backwards out of the hand, but overall I think it has gone forward just a slight meter or so. So no try. The try has been disallowed, so it is going to be a forward pass, and let's see if there was a penalty advantage for the Griquas or not. Brian Benitez says, I live in Kimberley. So you should know exactly what I'm talking about, Brian. When you look at the difference between the two unions, cash-wise, financial-wise, the way they train, the onset, it's a lot different. So compared to the big 5 or 6 unions of, say the big 4 or 5 unions of the country compared to Griquas. Jean Renel asked who won, France or Australia. So Australia stole the game at the death after France just had to win their lineup and kick it out. And then they made a mess of the lineup, threw a couple of wobbly passes, and then Australia took the ball and grinded, I think, 17 phases and then got a penalty and got the win by, was it 2 or 1 point? I think it was 1 point. So now Cater's got it here for the Griquas. Roundabout on halfway now. Ball spills back loose and a penalty to the Griquas here on halfway. And another chance here for the Griquas to set up an attacking lineup. Definitely won't go for goal with 3 minutes to go in this game. Paul de Wet, the guilty party there on that occasion. So quickly looking at some... there is injury attendance to Mazipuku, but that looks more like Ali Vermaak. So I think they got it wrong there. So Sean Renel says my Super Brew is in its glory. So everybody expected Australia to win that game quite easily. France were fielding a second string team. A lot of their first choice players not available in that game. So Brian Benitez says, but look at the scoreboard. It is amazing, Brian. I didn't expect the Griquas to hold out the way they did. If you look at the difference in financials comparing the two clubs, then you would definitely say Griquas are right up there with them. So decision time now for the Griquas. They're trailing by 5 points. It is a kickable penalty here for them. So we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do here. Right, so we are going to have a look now for something that went wrong there. Amy Barretron is going to look for something. I'm not sure what it's all about, but we are having a serious injury to Ali Vermaak. So Dace Prinsloo says Australia won 23-21. So it was a 2-point difference in the end. Australia getting that last penalty right in front of the posts, but really it was France game to give away there in the end, because they were leading 21-20, and like I said, they just had to win the line out. They won the line out through a couple of stupid passes. The ball spilled loose, got collected by Tate McDermott for Australia, and from there they pushed on through 15 or 17 phases and then got the penalty from there. So France throwing away their own game there in the end. And let's hope the Western Province don't do the same with 3 minutes to go in this one. It is going to be a penalty to the Griquas now, roundabout just inside their own half. So George Whitehead can kick this downfield into touch and set up a great opportunity here for the Griquas. So 117 votes casted, guys. 86% says Province to win, 14% for the Griquas. Who will be right? Will that 14% to be right, or will the 86% dominate? So far on the poll, the dominant forces have always won. And that kick from George Whitehead not going into touch, but Sergio Peterson has kicked this downfield for the Western Province as well, and the Griquas have it on the 10-meter line. Here comes George Whitehead again for the Griquas on the 10-meter line. Now taken forward here up to the 10-meter line. Urania now gives it out to Lindsay over the 10-meter line. They go isolated though. Now comes back to Urania though. And another chance here for George Whitehead straightening the line. Between the 10 and the 22 now is the Griquas. Driving it forward. And still going as the Griquas now. So close they come now to the Pierre. About 5 meters out from the 22 now. And can Griquas do this now? Driving it up through the forwards. Just waiting for that ball to come out is Urania now. Urania back to Lindsay again. Tinus de Beer there to help. Urania, Lindsay again. Just outside the 22 now. Right in the middle of the field. Urania out to Tinus de Beer. Tries to step his way through. Not going to get there. Still just outside the 22. Here they come again. Through the forwards. Putting the head down is the Griquas now. Held up beautifully in the tackle by Van Roos. Urania to Lindsay again. Urania getting it back now. George Whitehead trying to go on his own there. Brought down quickly by Schikkeling. They've lost a bit of ground as the Griquas now. Now they make some headway again through the forwards. Urania again. Driving forward is the big ones. Just outside of 22. We've got a minute left in this game. George Whitehead straightens the line. Urania again, out it goes to Tinus de Beer. Steps one, brought down by Van Roos. Beautiful tackle from Roos again. Driving them back. Between the 10 and the 22 now. Gideon van der Merwe for the Griquas. Comes back, Urania again, Lindsay. Lindsay's had a couple of touches in this one. And another penalty to the Griquas. Right in front of the post, just outside of 22. And with less than a minute to go, they have no other choice but to kick this into touch. A penalty won't do it for them. Right, George Whitehead now is going to attempt this kick at touch. And let's see if he's going to find it. Yes, he does. 5 meters out from the Western Province try line with 20 seconds to go. Can the Griquas steal this one? Interesting fact, my boss was on my previous live stream against Australia and France, and he said you can't steal what you own. So in this case, I would say Western Province owned the victory, but it was the Griquas to steal. So They do have an opportunity to steal this one now. Here they come. Throw in from the Griquas. Well, Amy Barratron resetting that one, saying we'll have to redo it. So let's see what's going to happen. Least to throw this in for the Griquas, 5 meters from the try line. Can they get this collected beautifully by the lock forward? And now they're going to go on a driving maul. Can the Griquas maul their way over the try line and steal this game? All the backline players have joined in now. They're going forward very slowly. Now it goes down as the maul. Penalty advantage to the Griquas. Now taken in by Urania, nearly over the try line. Held up there, and we're coming back for another penalty to the Griquas. Oh, Urania claiming that he scored that one. Will the referee go upstairs or not? No, it is going to be another penalty to the Griquas. And a decision time now for them. Barry Green says Griquas improved their rugby. Definitely a lot better than previously. So they are going to tap and go. Is the Griquas now. The big forward's waiting for this. Least takes it in now. 5 meters, 2 meters out from the try line. Here comes the Griquas. Pick and go here. Lindsay's over the try line. And he's got it down for the Griquas. Surely that's got to be a try to them. The try has been awarded by Amy Barratron. And it is a try to the Griquas and a conversion to come to win it for the Griquas. Great stuff here. And what a try and what an end to this game as well. Griquas to steal this game at the death here. It's actually Jean-Ray Leonard who gets the try down for the Griquas. So with a conversion to come, Griquas can win this game. What a win this will be away from home for Griquas. Already beating the Cheetahs and now could get one over the Western Province as well. There's the grounding of the ball, and that's a great try to Jean-Ray Leonard. Andre Milan now says the Western Province are not good. There's the grounding, must be. Although, yeah, there you go. There's the grounding of the ball, and Griquas are possibly going to steal this one. Barry says, looks like Griquas going to be competition now for rugby. Well, they do get their little goats, and like I said earlier, the difference in professionalism, especially when it comes to financials, are huge between these two teams. And for Griquas to walk away with the victory like they just did with the conversion going over, the Griquas 30, the Western Province 28, and that's a massive win for the Griquas today. Unbelievable stuff from the Griquas. They do get the win, and a 2-point victory here for the Griquas over the Western Province. This has been a great stream, guys. The nation of 3,200. And yeah, that's amazing. Johannes Payne says Western Province have no money, but they do have the wage system going for them, Johannes. Although they might not be able to buy as they like, they definitely have the structures and the wage budget to really compete with the rest of the top unions. So a great victory here for the Griquas. And remarkable. The Kiwi lad says another game that came down to the final minute in the end, and that is exactly how it went. Brian Manita says, I also thought Western Province had no money. Well, that is not exactly true, guys. If you compare the Griquas, the Pumas, and the Kings with the Western Province, then they've got lots more money than those provinces, and they still have money in the bank to pay the wages and stuff. That's how they can afford the likes of Peter Steph de Toey and your big guys like Frans Malherbe, Steven Kitshoff, which does not come cheap comparing it to the Griquas. But yeah, guys, that is all from me for now. A great victory here for the Griquas. 11J said, thank you for your time. Appreciate always, as always, 11J said. I will see you guys at 8 if the game continues. The big one between the Sharks and the Lions. But until then, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.